Hello to all of my Italian friends at accordo.it and Gold Music. I'm here to do a video interview, and I'm coming to Italy next month, and I'm very, very excited to meet some of you guys. So the first question is, as a modern guitar player, why have you chosen an instrument with vintage features and appointments? I think because I've always really been playing an S-type guitar, even back to when I first started playing 14 years ago. Everything I do, everything I've developed, my techniques, my songwriting, it's all kind of related back to that instrument. That's kind of my ground zero for guitar playing. All my favorite guitar players play those guitars. I love the tone of those guitars. So it goes deeper than just a playing thing. It's a listening thing. It's almost a nostalgia thing. I have a lot of respect for the instrument. Yeah, it's kind of part of my DNA at this point. Another question is asking about my musical training and background. I started playing guitar when I was 14 years old, which was exactly half my life ago. And my parents bought me a Squier Stratocaster, which again comes back to that first question of why do I play those kind of guitars with those vintage features. And I basically played guitar relentlessly for the first 4 or 5 years before I decided it was time to take some guitar lessons. So by the time I was 18, 19, I went in for about half a year and learned all of my theory, most of my theory anyways, which then helped me get into songwriting and ultimately making my own music. But yeah, I didn't go to post-secondary school. I took lessons for 6 months, and then I took it upon myself to kind of develop what I had and grow from there. I used to play with a lot of people. A lot of my buddies played guitar, so my training was kind of like practicing at home and then playing with friends as much as possible. And then just kind of joining bands and getting live experience and writing lots of music. That was kind of my training, if you will. Self-taught with a little bit of theory education, and then playing with as many people as I could. As far as my influences go for guitar, they haven't really changed. It's still Yngwie, Eddie Van Halen, Jeff Beck, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Joe Satriani, all the guys that are considered legendary for a reason. You know, I still listen to them and go, wow, there's still so much to learn. There's another question here about how I approach guitar clinics and how I will maybe develop them when I'm in Italy. I like to leave them open as much as possible for question and answer. I think it's important to see what you guys think and answer any questions you have and talk to you guys. I like to show whatever you want, so if there's guitar licks that you want me to break down, I'll be more than happy to do that. Talk about songwriting, with the business. I think even things down to how did I get started in the industry and my relationship with Schecter and other companies I work with. Yeah, it kind of depends on the group, depends on how into it everybody there is and how many questions you guys have. Like I said, I think the more questions you have, the better. So yeah, that's how I usually like to do it. I'm also asked about what rig I'll be using during these clinics. I'll have my guitar with me, but other than that, right now it's a little bit of a mystery. I'm not quite sure what amps I'll be using. I guess it depends on what is supplied. I'm assuming there'll be some really great gear there, as I've seen some killer musicians and incredible tones come out of the Italian guitar playing community. So your guess is as good as mine right now. The last question on this list here is, do I use 7 or 8 string guitars? No, I do not. I don't know how to use them. I've tried them before, and it just seems like a completely different instrument to me. maybe at some point in the future, but for right now I'm strictly a 6-string guitar player. There's some amazing stuff you can do with them, but maybe I'm just not ready for it yet. I'm not there yet. So anyways, this was awesome. It's so good to get a chance to reach out and talk to you guys. I hope we can all be friends when I see you in person, and please keep in touch. See you later.